Welcome back to another edition of Coffee Time with TD. Move over, Rover, and let TD take over. Be good or be good at it. God is great always and always. So we have established that we are in the dumbification of America, the United States of stupid, the long-term pandemic of stupid that we are in. So I am going to try to make this as easy and as simple as possible. All I hear is President Donald Trump going on with the amount of cars he sees or doesn't see in Europe, Asia, South America, etc., etc. Nobody wants them. Nobody wants that shit. Doesn't matter. There you go. Problem solved. I am a problem solver. Nobody wants that shit outside of America. Nobody. I don't care if you open a fucking Cadillac, Chevrolet, GMC dealership on every fucking corner in France, Spain, Italy, Switzerland, Germany, every EU company, Russia, Saudi Arabia, China, fucking Brazil. I don't care if you open a... God, it irritates the shit out of me. No one wants them. No one wants them. It doesn't matter if you open a Chevrolet dealership or a Ford dealership on every corner. No one wants them. End of story. As simple as possible. That's it. And why do you see so many European-made cars in America? Again, I'm going to make this as simple and as easy as possible for President Donald Trump, Elon Musk, J.D. Vance, and the rest of the whack pack, and his acolytes, followers, believers. Real simple. They stand for success. That's it. It's a sign of success. It's a sign that I made it, right? Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Porsche, Lexus, Ferrari, Lamborghini. That's what it stands for, success, right? And the more money you make, the more elite European-made car you can buy. It's very simple. American-made cars do not stand for success. And if you want to get technical about it, there it is. American-made cars do not stand, and it's not a signal of success. I made it. And there's a very small portion of the population out there, very minute, that loves American-made muscle cars, Hellcats, GT40s, Challengers, etc., right? But even those cars aren't a sign of success. Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, Audi, Range Rover, etc., Lamborghini, Ferrari. No one sits there and says, oh, I made $1 million. I want to go buy a fucking Ford, a Chevrolet, a GMC. No one. It's very simple. And like I said, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for the stupid people out there, right? The Trump followers, the acolytes, the believers, right? His flock. That's what, I don't care if you open a fucking Ford dealership on every block in England. Doesn't matter. Austria. They'll sit there. They're not a sign of success that people made it. Americans are, the biggest consumers of, I have to buy things to show you I've got money, right? I have to prove that I have money, right? And what do European-made cars? It's a sign of success. There is not one American-made car that somebody sits there and says, oh, I'm going to buy this because I want people to know I'm successful. I don't care if it's an Escalade. I don't care if it's a GT40. I don't care what the fuck it is, right? I do not care. American-made cars do not stand, and it's not a sign of success. End of story. I have solved the problem. It is my mitzvah for the day, for the week. Problem solved. American-made cars, they're not a sign of success. End of. Period. That's it. And it's going to be that way until we're all long dead and gone. Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, Audi, Range Rover, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, right? Those are signs of success. The more money you have, the more successful you are. That's it. American car manufacturers do not make cars that signify success. End of story. That's it. Problem solved. You're fucking welcome, President Donald Trump. JD Vance and the rest of the Whack Pack, you are welcome. I have solved the problem. I will be sending you my service fee. Love ya.